more about design myself without having a teacher there guiding me step by step. I felt a lot more confident in who I was with designing and got to show my aesthetic and what I like in my designs. And it was a really fun opportunity, and I loved being able to finish them.
Very cool. So are you like, is like retro your main style, or is that just what you wanted to go with this time?
That's kind of my main style. It's how I dress normally, so I just kind of want to do some coats in it because for classes, like I've hid that a little bit, so I wanted to go out with it this time.
Very cool. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I like the freedom of that, so that was really fun. But
That is cool.
That was really great. So did you put anything else in the coat besides the lining and the outside?
So I put a batting material in between.
Oh, the batting. Okay. So I missed that.
Yeah, I did the knit and then I put the batting, and I was originally just going to put it in there and it started slipping, so I did like a basting stitch around, which is just a really loose stitch piece. And
okay, to hold it.
Yeah, right. It wasn't slipping around when they washed it or anything like that. It was
right. Okay, that's smart. And I'm sorry, sometimes at the beginning, I didn't hear where you actually worked, where you did your internship.
Oh, it was down at Dawn Enterprises down in Blackfoot.
Oh, Dawn.
Yeah, it was
you know what, Paige told me this. That's right.
Yeah, so I was working with like freelancers, so they didn't really know how to design clothes, but they had a sketch in their head and they'd come in and show it to us, and we were able to like digitize it and then make a pattern for it and see if they liked it, which was awesome. So it was definitely a good experience and helped me see what I actually really liked to do and what I didn't like to do. So
yeah,
it was fun. I liked
it. That's great. Yeah. So how are your coats fitting?
So they fit really good. I had to actually crop both of the sleeves. They ended up being like 3 inches too long, so they were covering to their hands, and I don't know how that got in there. I think it's because I did a drop shoulder, so the hits here, so it's more of a boxy look, so I didn't account for that with the sleeves. So I had to cut both the sleeves up. His sleeve was actually perfect, so I think I might cut it though just to do a cuff on the bottom.
Okay, great.
That one, but the fit fit good, which I was really glad, and I think it's because I redid the slopers a million times, so that paid off. But the tissue patterns, once you do it, you have to lay another one in, and I was constantly retracing it. It was a fun
process. Great. That's great. I love your designs.
Thank you. Sweet.
I love your color choices. They were nice.
Yeah,
I don't know what to ask you, but
it's fun. You don't see corduroy as much anymore, so
yeah,
it's cool that you got a cool.
Yeah,
definitely. But thank you.
Yeah, they used to have corduroy years and years ago. We used to have corduroy coats, but
your mom was saying.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and I definitely want to go more into that kind of thing. So.
Are you making another one, or are you just making the 3? You're making the hoodie one next?
Yeah, so I'm in that one's actually pretty much finished. I'm just throwing in the elastic and doing the bottom of the sleeve.
Okay.
And that one's still there. I'm probably going to take it out, though, because I think they're closing the lab tomorrow. So.
Okay. Can you still sew in the sewing labs?
We were, but I heard Teresa say last night that the school's getting concerned with us having it open, so they might close it tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't know. It's still up in the air, so fingers crossed if they don't. But if they do,
Where do you live, Kelly?
So I'm at the Cove in Rexburg. So, yeah.
Well, I've got a couple machines here that I was going to take up to Paige.
Oh, sweet.
You should talk to Paige.
I will. I'll text her and see.
Okay.
If that happens, I'll definitely be meeting her. Because this one here, it doesn't backstitch for some reason.
It doesn't what?
It won't backstitch. I don't know.
Oh, backstitch.
The older one that my friend's sister gave me. She's like, you can have it in case you need it. So it would work, but it's just, yeah. Take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so maybe I can help that way, because I was thinking Paige is going to need a sewing machine.
Yeah, because she's
up there. So I have tons of extra sewing machines around here. I must have 9 of them. Maybe I have 10 sewing machines up here at my house.
Thank you.
So talk to Paige.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
It's been a good assignment for you then. That's good meeting.
Yep. Okay, are you ready to go?
All right. So you guys are all on the same page. I am not. So my degree is technical theater and architecture. I am wanting to go into theme park design. And so I have, part of my degree is on the more architecture side of it, and then set design is what I'm wanting to, one of the areas I'm interested in. And so for my project, I was an assistant designer for a show that they're going to be showing on campus next semester, possibly not live with what's happening, but but they're going to be showing it. So it started with any kind of designing, just a bunch of different sketches of ideas and stuff. And this is my first time doing anything related. And the show is called An Ideal Husband. It takes place in the 1880s or 90s. So Art Nouveau was the time period that we were working with. And both the director and the lead designer wanted a lot of stained glass. And so I just started kind of playing with ideas on how to design and draw stained glass. And so these are some of my initial ideas. A big point of the play is there's a married couple, and the husband, they're a richer family. Husband started his fortune on a not so honest note, and his wife doesn't know that. And so there's this whole process of her finding out. And so part of, I don't know if you can see that, the idea I had is having these two stained glass windows where it's two trees that they kind of, they reflect each other, but one is a little darker than the other and has like a lightning struck star as part of it. So I kind of represent them and what they're doing. So yeah, first little while is just we had different meetings with the director and a lighting designer and costume designer, making sure our colors don't clash with them. And then after a while, the designer gave me, well, he drew up what he wanted each scene to look like, which we had both come to. So he gave me the sketch. I don't know how you can see these, but I will have something better to show in a little bit. So yeah, gave a few sketches. These are really light, I'm sorry. And my first job was just to draft those. So I needed to take what he sketched and put it onto a computer. And so the program that we're using is called Vectorworks. That's not one. Is there a way to share screen?
Yeah, I don't know if you can. You might have done something. I think.
Maybe not.
Let me see.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, this got harder then.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna pull up the page that this stuff is on my portfolio and just send a link to the chat here so you guys can look at it.
Share button in the bottom, or I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
I know. Oh, share. There we go.
There you
go. Okay. Well, you see that?
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
So the first part was, so this is Vectorworks, the program I was using to draft. So I had to just take the sketch and then put it onto a format where the set builders can build it, pretty much, is what I was doing. So that was the first scene. There's a big door in the middle, is kind of the main point of that scene. Then scene 2, this morning room, had these windows. And so, like I said, there's a lot of stained glass. So at first we're just designing the frame and what the shape of the window